Hey everyone, and welcome back to today's Explainer. If you've ever stopped to wonder why one shopper just breezes through a store, grabbing items without a second thought, while another meticulously examines literally every single shelf and reads every tiny label, well, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're unpacking the core framework that actually dictates consumer behavior in retailing, and we're going to translate these academic concepts into a really clear, working understanding. Okay, let's dive into this. The source text gives us this quote. In this module, the participants would understand the inner psychological characteristics that reflect how a person reacts to his environment. Now, I want to pause here because this single sentence holds the entire foundation of consumer behavior. Retail isn't just about what people buy, right? It's actually about the hidden internal wiring that dictates exactly how they interact with the physical or digital space around them, honestly, long before purchase even crosses their mind. So to unpack all of this, we're going to follow a pretty clear path today. First, inside the consumer's mind. Second, the retail environment reaction. And third, strategies for different personalities. All right, let's kick things off with section 1, inside the consumer's mind. Think about this for a second. Before a customer ever picks up a product or even steps through the front doors of a store, a highly complex set of internal processes is already totally active. We define these as inner psychological characteristics. And just to be clear, we aren't talking about surface-level demographics here. We're not looking at age or income or zip code. We are talking about unseen drivers. Think about a person's natural introversion or extroversion, maybe their specific risk tolerance, or even their subconscious need for status. These deeply ingrained traits, they are the invisible engine of the consumer. So our main goal here is to really pull back the curtain so you can clearly see these psychological drivers at work. Which brings us right to section 2, the retail environment reaction. Take a close look at this comparison we've got here. On the left side, you have the inner psychological characteristics, basically the private, internal, highly subjective world of the shopper. Then on the right, you have the retail environment, which is the objective reality, the lights, the aisle width, the background music, the product displays, the whole shebang. The absolute core of this topic focuses entirely on the intersection of these two totally distinct worlds. It's really the study of how the internal mind reacts to the external space. Like, ask yourself, does high-energy, loud music excite a specific personality type, or does it completely overwhelm them and drive them straight out the door? Does a cluttered, treasure hunt-style discount bin trigger joy, or does it cause severe anxiety? And this brilliantly illustrates the deliberate wording from our source material, the word reflect. See, consumer behavior is never just random. It is a direct, measurable reflection of a consumer's internal reaction to the retail setting you actually put them in. So when a customer walks out without buying anything, that behavior is a reflection. When they impulsively grab 3 extra items at the checkout counter, that is also a reflection. The retail environment you build literally acts as a mirror, and the consumer's actions simply show you their inner psychological state reacting to it in real time. Okay, let's move into our final phase. Section 3, strategies for different personalities. This chronological learning journey is what ties all these pieces into a cohesive loop. Step 1, you absolutely must understand the inner characteristics. Step 2, you observe how those specific characteristics react to the environmental stimuli. And finally, step 3, you create your strategies. And here's the thing, you simply cannot skip to step 3 without mastering steps 1 and 2 first. It doesn't work. Because if you truly understand the mind, you can predict the reaction. And if you can accurately predict the reaction, well, you hold the power to design a highly effective retail strategy. Let's ground ourselves back in the foundational text one more time. Quote, in this module, the participants would learn to create different strategies to address different consumer personalities. I really want to heavily emphasize those 3 words, learn to create. This isn't just some passive academic exercise. The ultimate goal here is actionable, tangible outcomes. You're not just memorizing a bunch of psychological terms. You are actively learning to engineer and build dynamic retail experiences. So the crucial takeaway is this. You've got to be able to identify the consumer personality, you must specifically address that personality, and you absolutely must create tailored strategies. A one-size-fits-all retail strategy? Yeah, that's a complete myth. You have to build varied specific approaches for varied specific minds. Think about it. An aggressive, flashy promotional strategy might work absolute wonders on a thrill-seeking, impulse-driven personality. But that exact same strategy, it will completely alienate a cautious, highly analytical, research-driven shopper. The secret to retail success is always tailored strategy rooted in a profound psychological understanding. So as we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to take this framework out into the real world. Start looking at your own business space, or honestly, even just the stores you visit every single day through this new psychological lens. Think about those invisible drivers we mapped out today. Instead of just asking how the customer will react to your store, I want you to ask yourself this: how will your retail environment react to the next personality that walks in?